traitor's dead and that payload in my hands in the next 5 fucking minutes! Make it happen!
Where do you think you're going? Killision, I beg you. I never supported the mutiny. Fuck Tybalt. Please just don't kill me.
You sad twat. Very well. Go back to that arse-knuckling 20-centimetre wank stain and tell him that Gornagod's treasure is mine, and mine alone.
Yes, my queen, I swear it. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Never gets old.
Oh shit! Am I actually peeking at the paradoxical pending process of poised potent pirates perilously pirating a peculiar payload from panic pestilent pirates?
Yes, this is indeed unexpected.
I am terrified of this woman, and that is so attractive to me.
I agree. She has quantifiably apex fuckability. Shall I hail her ship, Captain?
Yeah, but keep us in stealth for now.
This is the Mary Celeste hailing Ms. Veraz Killision. Our captain wishes to speak with you.
Your captain better learn to address me by my proper title unless he wants to end up like these worthless traitors right here.
This is the captain speaking. What's your rank?
Queen. I am Pirate Queen Killision the Red, Supreme Commander of the true Dread Fleet.
Right. Well, my queen, the last time I checked, a fleet was just a few more than 5 ships, and your mate Tybalt was sitting on the throne.
Listen, you shit-dwelling parasite. Tybalt was not given that title. He violated our code, turned an entire fleet against me, and killed dozens of my most loyal, trusted friends in order to steal the crown, along with the majority of my finest panties!
Those are indeed the actions of a true bastard. Can't blame the guy for the lingerie abduction though, right? I mean, look at you. I'm about as cunt-struck as I've ever been.
You are to immediately apologize, or I swear I will hunt you down and force you to do it without any fucking teeth!
How about I just give you something you really, really want instead?
You think you've got something I want? Alright, take your ship out of stealth mode and we can negotiate.
How about no, because I got a feeling you'll just kill us and take it?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I offer my royal vow that I will not kill you.
I'm afraid I'll also need a guarantee that one of your mates won't fire a rocket up our asses the second we drop our shields.
I see you're skilled in the art of the dick move.
Alright, enough pissing around. Demi, show her the prezi.
You will find that the encryption of this data capsule matches the one you just murderously appropriated.
This is... How did you get this?
Easy. I stole it from Tybalt after I blew his ship to pieces.
Everyone, weapons off. Captain, I'm boarding.
So, you're the one that took out Tybalt's battleship.
Welcome aboard, Queen Killision. This is the first time we have had royalty on the bridge.
I'm not sure the leader of a homicidal group of rabid scroats with spaceships really counts.
Captain, since you have something I want, and I am a guest on your ship, I feel it necessary to provide you with knowledge of my need to immediately disembowel the fuck out of those that insult me.
Let's just say I'm not exactly fond of your people, which is why I've spent the better part of the last few years removing as many pirates from the galaxy as possible.
Oh, I see. You actually think Tybalt and I are the same. He believes in stealing from and killing anyone he wishes, which makes him an absolute prick in my book. The Imperium was our real enemy when I was queen. The Dreadfleet took from the government and gave back to the people they exploited. Those people then gave us shelter, information, and occasionally some kick-ass drugs.
Ah, I guess we're not so different after all. I would genuinely like to retract my Skirt Queen statement.
Granted. And I will admit you've come much closer to killing Tybalt than I have, and that has endeared you to me in some very small way. Now, I'm here for one reason. Before we discuss terms, tell me, where is it?
More importantly, what is it?
Are you seriously not aware that you have one of the 6 pieces of the legendary treasure map of Gornagoth the Snucklefucker?
Alright, I want you to be completely honest with me here. Did you just make up that title?
Give it here. There are 6 encrypted keys scattered throughout Prodigium. Tybalt had 1, I have 1, and there are 4 more out there. When all of them are put together, it will reveal the location of an absolute shitload of loot. The location of Gornagoth the Snucklefucker's treasure trove. There's only 2 things I want in this life, Captain. One is that treasure, and the other is making sure that little pillock Tybalt is too fucking dead to ever find it.
That works quite well for us, as we are currently broke and would also like to see Tybalt dead as fuck.
I must admit, killing Tybalt and getting rich in the process does sound like a rather productive use of my time. Still, if I help you, you're gonna have to help me.
Name your terms of parley. What are you after?
I can think of plenty of things I want from you. What I need is someone to join my crew.
Oh, Captain. If you actually manage to help me take out Tybalt and get that treasure, I'll do a lot more for you than join your crew.
Am I crazy, or was that an implication of sweet scarlet booty in my near future?
Don't get too excited. Personally, I think it's more likely you fail. In which case, I'll have to kill you for wasting my time. It's the principle of the matter.
Seems reasonable.
What is this mission of yours, anyways?
Oh, you know, nothing too heavy. Piece of piss, really.
We're going to overthrow the Imperium.
Maybe a little bit.
You can't be serious.
I think it's time you met Fortune and the Manticores. Just be sure to watch out for the huge swinging dicks. Those things could put your remaining eye out.
Hello, Tybalt, you panty-swindling shart of a man.
Killy?
You have something that belongs to me, and I'm not just talking about the fucking lingerie. Hand over the map now!
Bold talk from a dethroned, weak little girl that's been running for her life ever since the last time we met.
No more running. This ends today with you begging for me to stop force-feeding you your own testicles!
Ha! You're one pathetic ship against the full might of the Dreadfleet!
Not quite.
What is that infernal racket? It sounds like... Is that fucking post-disco core industrial dubstep? Fire on the fuck! Everyone! All barrels! All launchers! Hit them with everything we got! Is the map secure?
We have it in the tractor beam, but it's not on the ship yet.
Close enough! Take off!
What about the fleet?
Fuck the fleet! Get us out of here! I order you!
That little bastard clenched his cheeks and flew off with the capsule!
Then we go after him.
Done!
And here we are.
You expect me to beg for my life? I'd sooner consume my own excrement than give you the satisfaction.
Pardon me for interrupting, but I have several relevant listings in New Japan if your ultimate humiliation and defeat of Dreadlord Tybalt requires a scat job.
No, I don't expect you to beg. But concerning satisfaction... a fitting end. I've been trying to kill Tybalt and find that treasure for years. Years. And you helped me get it done in a week.
I take it you won't be disemboweling me then?
I have a different kind of penetration in mind.
Ah, that was bad even by porno standards.
Captain, you've exceeded my expectations yet again. Oh, that was quite the broadside in. Well done, sailor. By the way, I just winked at you under the patch.
I have no choice but to believe you.
Right then, stow your family jewels. Dalek's just about to finish installing the bar, and I don't want to miss the grand opening.
You guys are putting in a bar? This is officially the best day of my life.
Better bloody be. Oh, by the way, the girls and I set up a nice little way to show your appreciation for us, other than with your marvelous cock. Welcome to the Mary Celeste's bar, Captain. Consider this your temple of intoxication for the duration. Anytime you want me to fix you a drink that'll really stiffen the hair on your sack, give us a visit. There's also the gallery up there, which is more or less used to pander to neckbeards that want to get some proper creep shots of their favourite waifus. But of course, I'll bet you noticed you were picking up a lot of rubbish planet-side you didn't know what to do with, right? Just remember, one dead fool's rubbish is another waifu's treasure. Bring your girls down here and give them a gift or two you think they'll fancy. If you treat them right, you can increase their loyalty to unlock more bits and bobs in the gallery. Also, feel free to give the jukebox a spin as well. I bet there's a few tunes there you could bloody well jig to.
What a fucking beaut.
Hey, broski. Welcome.
So, I take it you like what we've done with the place?
Too right. This is my kind of boozer.
We just finished putting her in, so I was having a word with my new goddess here about putting something in her too, if you know what I mean.
Dalek, at this point I don't even care if you're one of the last Veneran blokes alive. My next rejection is going to start with my sword entering your mouth and ending with your tongue in a blender.
Whoa, okay. I'm just saying, it's nice to finally have another one of us around, you know? Especially a total babe like you.
Wait, you guys are the same species?
What gave it away, you daft bastard? The crimson skin? The horns? Or the bright yellow glowing eyeballs?
She's got a point, Cap. Like, not to be a dick or anything, but did you seriously not know?
Well, I saw the similarities, but it's just she's so... yeah. And you're so... meh.
I suppose Cap's got a point too, Dalek. You did get the short end of the genetic stick in more ways than one.
Laugh all you want, babe. You and I both know I can make this thing as big as I need to anytime I want.
Is he talking about his dinker?
It's true. That's part of why the Imperium blockaded our homeworld. Prime sexual compatibility with any species and the eagerness to please.
How did you two make it off?
Some genius found a way to smuggle a bunch of us out before the, proverbial powder keg went off.
The darkest of days.
I know all about what happened to your planet. My condolences. To Venera.
To Venera.
You know, I always dug you Solars. You remind me of our people. Minus the violent rage, of course.
Well, generally.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we're more interested in fucking than starting shit. Killy's a bit of an exception. I can see why the Imperium wants the Solars gone too, man.
Those tossers learned their lesson with Venera, though. You can't just wipe out a whole species at once. It scares people shitless. But if you nullify their means of survival and let them starve, slowly, generations just start drying up. People accept that. They might even reckon, hey, they had years to save themselves. Maybe they weren't meant to survive. It's brilliant.
The Imperium won't stop until they've sucked the fun out of this galaxy like a 2-credit whore behind on rent.
Too true, mate. Speaking of credits, I came here to let you know that we're almost to the treasure. The upgrades we make with it should help us put a real cork in their asses. Slip on your best fuck me boots and let's get down to the planet's surface.
Oh, Captain, I can't thank you enough. I've been fantasizing about the sight of Gornagoth the Snucklefucker's loot ever since he gave me my key.
Alright, you gotta come clean with me. There was never really a pirate lord with the title Snucklefucker, right?
You really want to know?
Yes! How? Why? So many questions.
It's a secret. But seeing as how you got me here, I suppose I owe it to you. Come closer and I'll whisper it in your ear.
That will haunt me for the rest of my days.
Come now, Captain. No time to tarry. We've got to load this treasure aboard the Mary Celeste so this girl can go on a proper fucking shopping spree.
How happy are you right now on a scale from 0 to fucking stoked?
I must admit, there is a certain bliss to achieving your wildest dreams. However, I'm not quite sated yet.
But our nemesis was just murdered with giant drill dicks!
Yes, I'm aware. Seeing that tosser ripped to pieces was something I'll never forget. Ever.
And what about getting filthy rich?
Gornagoth's treasure was never about the credits, Captain. I swore an oath to him the day he made me the Dread Queen. If anyone ever threatened our code, I was to rain an unstoppable shitstorm of retribution upon them. I never thought that would mean destroying the bloody Dreadfleet itself, but here we are. It just goes to show you what kind of damage a blood-sucking wanker like Tybalt can do when power is placed in their hands.
So what's missing?
Tybalt took my crown, but the Imperium took the future of my species. I have to thank you, Captain. You've given me a chance to execute every last one of the cunts responsible for my pain. And mark my words, I will.
You gonna tell me about where you grew up?
You got some balls on you to ask a Veneran about that.
I figured you'd have the balls to talk about it.
I was born after my home world was destroyed, if that's what you're wondering. As you know, my species are what you Solars would call an aging population. That's fancy talk for absolutely fucked.
At least you're lucky enough to survive.
Oh, for sure! Lucky! I was lucky to spend years getting smuggled back and forth from one dying, disconnected colony to the next while we waited for the Imperium to stop hunting us. Our entire species slowly suffocating. The vote to let us live came too late. Most of us had already joined the scum of the galaxy or fallen prey to them. Pirates, mercenaries, slavers. They all had a good go at the survivors of Venera.
I know how you feel. Solars went through the same thing. Twice, actually. Before New Vegas and after it fell.
Twice? Captain, are you trying to turn this into a dick measuring contest over our tragic origin stories?
Hey, I didn't mean to step on your sympathy card.
It's okay, Captain. Like you said, it's luck, innit? I managed to join up with the right people. Gornagoth saw my potential and I fought my way to the top of the Dreadfleet. And now I'm here, a former queen taking orders from an alcoholic drug addict with daddy issues.
Daddy issues? Me? How do you figure that?
You talk in your sleep. By the way, what's with your accent? I've never heard a Solar talk like that before.
I grew up in the Koala district of New Vegas.
What the hell is a koala?
I've only seen them in drawings, but they're mean little dim-witted cunts riddled with STDs that fuck about all day, shitting themselves and fighting each other over these leaves that get them high or something. Furry little buggers.
For a moment there, I didn't realize they were animals. I thought you were talking about other Solars. You like my decorating? Retro Solar style is all the rage nowadays. Wealthy collectors pay extortionate amounts for original pieces of art such as these.
Art? A crusty old skull? Neon stripper signs? Antique porno discs? And what's this? Mila Red Riding Hood? Ugh, we got Blacknet access to infinite 4D filth. Who actually faps to these oldies?
Must you be so disparaging about your own culture? These relics tell your people's proud history. They're treasures from a bygone age when you were still a noble and united society holding fast against the repression of the Imperium. These were passed down from generation to generation, symbols of creative expression through freedom from tyranny. Everything here's from my personal loot and salvage collection. Prodigium's high society types are quite keen on them, and the Dreadfleet was quite keen on raiding their vaults. What's this you're giving me now? MC Fuck Menu version 3.0?
The MC stands for Mary Celeste.
Yes, you absolute knob. I gathered as much. I'm curious, though. What sort of updates did you make from the first two?
Mostly room-specific stuff.
Like the jump-in butt muffler wonder stuffer I see. Get your tailpipe worked while your front end takes the steaming hot vibrational force of a fully engaged coil compressor during a warp gate hop. Absolutely fascinating. Captain, if you want to know how to please me, it's actually quite simple. When we fuck, you will call me mistress. Do what I say, and exactly when I say it. Or don't. But if you disobey me, you will be properly punished.
Greetings, Barkeep. Heard any rumours lately?
Listen, you yellow-bellied, piss-swelling, sorry excuse of a man. Does this look like a fucking RPG tavern to you? Do you think you could just drag your filthy sack in here and start asking me questions about something so inane as rumors? I bet you want a fucking bed for the night, too, you destitute wanker. Who the fuck do you think I am? Some kind of dim-wit barkeep that will spill every secret in the galaxy for a few goddamn shillings? Please, I have standards. I don't spill secrets, and I don't fucking do rumors. Now turn around slowly, back the fucking hell up, and try again.
Fancy a drink to celebrate our newest recruit?
Oh, yes, I noticed we have a bona fide Cloy starlet on the ship. Nicely done, lad. When's she going to stop by the bar?
She said she's busy.
Let me guess. She's been spending the majority of her time on target practice and doing her hair? Give her time, Captain. Ella was on that pretentious excuse for a planet almost her entire life. Cloy culture is ingrained in her. She might only be a little different from them, but small changes mean a lot when you're dealing with a society that homogenous.
I don't think I'll ever get over how insightful you are for someone that enjoys cutting wankers to shreds while merrily laughing.
And I don't think I'll ever get over how you're able to practically pull off miracles while being on basically every drug I've ever heard of. Some things, no matter how adverse, are not mutually exclusive. By the way, here's your fucking pint.
How's business at the pub these days?
That new lass doesn't drink much, so we're way overstocked on booze.
Believe me, Taryn's got other vices.
Oh, I'm aware. We had a nice long chat a few hours ago.
I thought I smelled just a hint of pussy in the air.
Guilty as charged, love. Though, I must say, I do respect Taryn quite a bit. Her endless wanking is both a disability and an addiction latent in her own biology, all wrapped up into one serious fat problem she can never solve. Her resume is impressive on its own. When you consider what she's accomplished in spite of her issues and the technological limitations of her species, to me, she's quite admirable. Also, delicious.
Was this place real? I feel like I'm tripping balls.
I'd wager it's probably because you're staring right into the greatest hotbed of sexual repression in the entire galaxy, you fucking knobhead.
I concur with Killy's rather crude assessment. I have extensively researched this species, as well as their practice of the Torgy and its eventual demise.
Torgy? I've never heard of that. What are you guys talking about?
My data archives state that the Teely were once known for mass mating events called Torgies. Thousands of Teely would join together inside their landmark coliseum, the T-Arena, to participate in the fertility festival.
That's a poncy way of saying they would shag like animals for weeks at a time.
It's totally true. They were the biggest sluts alive before the Imperium ruined everything. Obviously, sweaty fuck pile traditions don't mesh well with the Veil, so they kind of made them stop.
3 things came to be as a result of this prohibition. One is T-pop.
Oh, I really should despise a corporate brand of music born from the repression of the people. But it's just so flippin' catchy!
Then there's the Teely Fighting Championship. They host the TFC in the T-Arena where the Torgies used to be, so basically, they just swapped the fucking with a bunch of roided freaks smashing each other's skulls in.
Oh, typical. The Imperium was dead set against the completely natural behavior of these horny little devils buggering each other's brains out, but they're completely supportive of the unnatural spectacle of blood and guts spilled purely for entertainment.
Wait, Lily, what's the third thing that happened after the Imperium banned Torgies?
Oh, just the doubling of the suicide rate.
Oh.
All right, enough with the blatant social commentary. Look sharp, loves. We're about to walk the red fucking carpet. You alright there?
Oh, fucking hell. Hungover like you wouldn't believe. Sova came by and challenged me to a booze off. Let's just say neither one of us wanted to lose. And that little bugger is drinking us dry. We're gonna need to restock 5 times the usual amount once we get to port. I don't have that kind of coin, Captain.
Please accept my apologies on behalf of the rest of the ship's alcoholics.
Apologies? Sod off, Captain. We've been getting on great, actually. I finally have a drinking and sparring partner that can hold her own. Not to mention, she can work wonders with that filthy little tongue of hers. Wait, are you a slaver?
Why? You want me to show you my handcuffs and chains? Whoa, hold on, babe. At least buy me dinner first. I'm just fucking around. Unless you're into that, then we are gonna be fucking around.
Venerans kind of have a troubled history with slavers. One that has resulted in me executing every single one I've met.
Here's Demi's location. Set a course.
How long have Fortune and Lily been in the lab?
Over an hour now. I was going to try and sneak in and see what's going on, but it seemed inappropriate.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Of course it's inappropriate.
Fortune knows we're all here for her if she needs us. Let's just give her some space.
Listen up, loves. We got a long way to go before we get to Demi. That means plenty of time to plan how we're gonna massacre the complete bastards responsible for taking her.
Captain, I need to have a word with you.
How's our girl? Is Fortune okay?
None of us will be okay if we don't come up with a plan. Demi's location. It's much worse than we feared. She's aboard General Blythe's ship. The requital has her.
Blythe? General Elizabeth Blythe? No fucking way. What would she want with Demi?
You know this bitch?
If that's true, then we have the advantage. Tell us how we can beat her, Captain.
Beat her? Are you out of your fucking minds? We don't. We cannot defeat this woman.
Pardon me, but how the fuck do you know that? From what I understand, this team has dick-kicked and cunt-punted every single person that's got in the way so far. What makes her so tough, huh?
Blythe was my commanding officer. We fought together many times. Pirates, slavers, you name it. It never mattered how outnumbered or dead to rights fuck things seemed. She always found a way to kill every single enemy that got in our way. She rarely lost a single soldier in the process, and she rarely took prisoners. This is the master, fucking ruthless, fearless, mad cunt tactician in the history of the solar military.
So am I turning the ship around now, or?
Of course not. We go after Demi. It's just, this doesn't make any sense. If Demi's at the requital base, that means the Huntress brought her there. But why?
Me. It's because of me. I used to work for Blythe. That's where the Manticores came from. She wanted to raise an army capable of taking over Prodigium.
You're telling me that Blythe is trying to overthrow the Imperium? The fuck is going on here? Why don't we just work with this person?
I mean, Sova legit has a point on this one. What's up with that?
Just because two people have the same means and objectives does not mean they will have the same methods.
Sorry, you kinda lost me there. Can you, expand on that?
General Blythe founded the requital after she was, rather aggressively relieved from solar military duties. She's an extremist now. She'll do whatever it takes to get what she wants, no matter whom that endangers.
An accomplished commander like that doesn't just go rogue over nothing. Captain, what happened to this woman?
Well, I for one can see why she's pissed off at other Solars. And just pissed off in general.
Oh, she's more than pissed off. If Blythe pulls off her plan, we're talking about all-out universe-wide warfare. That's not how I operate. And that's why Fortune came for me. She decided while Blythe's method did not have merit, the weapons I created for her did. That's why this team was put together. To be a surgical strike rather than an act of annihilation.
Does Blythe know about the Sinu?
We're not sure.
Fortune! Oh, I was so worried about you. Are you okay?
Girl, if you need anything at all...
I'm fine. The only thing that matters now is getting Demi back from Blythe.
Okay, so we're basically dealing with terrorists led by the angriest woman in the galaxy, backed up by a legion of death machines. Well, I am so totally in!
We just need a right good plan to smash our way into that ship of hers.
There's no way we could fight her head on. Since Demi's gone and we can't use the stealth drive, I don't know how we even get close to the place without the Mary Celeste being obliterated.
Wait. Shit! But what if we could use the stealth drive?
What do you mean exactly?
It's the size and, complexity of the Mary Celeste that's the problem. It takes a fuck ton of calculations to keep this kind of hardware off the radar. Now, I'm just spitballing here, but maybe I could reverse engineer something for a smaller ship.
He's right. It could be wired to a shuttle.
Fucking hell, little man. How'd you come up with something like that?
It's a trick I've used before to do a little smuggling of my own.
There's still two problems if we're going the infiltration route. Obviously, the first is if the stealth glitches, even for a second, we're dead. Also, we need some kind of entry point outside of the hangar that isn't secure.
Lucky for you guys, I never met a problem I couldn't blow up.
Dalek, these are both big fucking problems.
Then I'll use a big fucking bomb, brah.
Fortune, do you know where Demi is inside the facility?
I have an approximate location.
Then we make our own entrance with a detonation. Close enough to get in and out quickly and without risking damage to Demi.
It's brilliant. There'll be far too much chaos on board for them to catch us in time.
Demi's more than likely being held in a secure part of the facility. Also, if we want to have any chance at all of getting out, that ship's engine will need to be disabled. I'm the only one that can compromise their systems. It has to be me.
And I'm obviously going with you. All right, mates. Let's get our girl back. Did Fortune stop by yet?
We had a few words, but she turned down shots. I think we need to find another way to help her settle in. Poor thing lost her father, after all. Here's what you should do. Get Fortune a nice box of candy, wrap it up with a bow, then go right up to her and just start eating her pussy. Captain, nothing shows you care more than a surprise cunt feast. After she comes her brains out, just give her a wink and a kiss on the forehead, leave the candy and exit the room immediately.
That's not how we usually do things.
Why not?
Good point. I'll see what I can do, mate.
I am going to give the captain so much shit when he gets back here. What was he thinking, charging straight at the Huntress? Like, does he even know what strafing is?
Give the lad a break. That's his nemesis. And she was talking all kinds of trash. I would have been pissed if he didn't go out there and take her down.
I mean, I don't think anyone here is saying fighting her was the issue. It's more the, whole blatant and reckless disregard for his own safety thing.
Whatever. I don't even care that he crashed. That shit was some of the most marvelous violence I've ever seen in my entire life!
Ugh, you're right. I guess I'm just jealous I never got the chance to share such blinding hatred and bloodlust with an enemy.
It's to be expected, I suppose. The captain's not exactly the most level-headed person on the Mary Celeste. Not even when he's sober, which, of course, is the exception rather than the rule.
when I first met the guy, I thought he was crazy. But now, I think I understand him.
The fuck? Are you about to tell us the captain's not a complete nutter?
Even though he denies it, that man is a warrior. And one that follows a code. It doesn't matter if he's sober, drunk, or so fucked up he puts his gloves on his feet.
Oh, yes. I remember that occasion.
The captain never backs down. He's the kind of person that stares in the face of inconceivable danger, flips it 2 middle fingers, and then turns the entire universe upside down just to get shit done that no one believed he could. That is his way. The way of the mad lad.
My word. You're right. We may not always agree with the daft bastard's actions, but he does take action. And he's exactly the kind of man we need to win this war.
I just really, really hope he makes it back alive. I miss him, you guys.
You know, I gotta admit it, that fucking Tialu psycho really does mean something to me.
Same. Not to mention he's the greatest cocksmith I've ever known. That man shags like his life depends on it.
Oh my god! And that ridiculously amazing fucking thing he does where he puts your whole pussy in his mouth?
Say no more. I'm well acquainted with that technique of his.
I'm pretty sure we all are. That guy's got skills.
Concerning that, I just wanted to say it has been lovely having you all on the ship. You have brought the Mary Celeste and the captain alive in ways that I never could have imagined. However, since I was here first, I must officially call dibs on the first welcome back gratuity fuck once we save his life.
You know, Demi, I think I speak for all of us when I say you definitely deserve it.
Thank you. Now, let us all get some sleep and hope that our captain has indeed dispatched the Huntress once and for all, and is currently celebrating her horrific demise by dancing around her corpse.
Thoughts on the Huntress?
I always thought I'd end up fighting her. I've had a substantial bounty on me head for years, but the Huntress never came. Maybe she respected me.
Maybe your bounty wasn't big enough.
Oi, watch it, you cheeky twat. You know I have a particular dislike for backstabbing bastards. You helped me with my traitor problem, so I'll help you with yours. I'm in, Captain.
You helped me become the Grand Master of the T-Rena, and every single time I needed a hard drink and a hard dick, you were there for me. There's no way I'm not gonna be there for you now.
Yeah, and when it comes to your dick and making dreams come true, I never could have shown my magnum opus of a pussy to Prodigium without you. I'm so down for this.
You helped me take back the greatest vibrator ever made from a bunch of prudes that only wish to exploit its masturbatory majesty. You're going to need an infiltrator on this one, and I'm happy to be your girl.
The prospect of undertaking the most dangerous assassination mission ever is enthralling to me on a carnal level. Also, I basically have no choice anyways due to the whole life-debt thing.
You yells are gonna make me fucking cry. So, every last one of you is with me?
You have my sword.
And my bow.
And my bong.
And my hammer! Check it out. I already wrote Erard's balls here on it. Don't worry, it'll wash off later.
It's settled then. We stick together and we go after the cunt. Here's to the Mary motherfucking Celeste and the greatest goddamn bloody ripper of a crew a bloke could ever wish for!
Wonderful job, well done.
Let's do that. I'm excited to kick some ass.
I can't believe Erok double-crossed us.
Unfortunately, I'm used to my closest friends betraying and trying to kill me, so I can say with confidence that I know just how you're feeling at this very moment.
How did you deal with it?
Deal with it? There's nothing to deal with, Captain. When someone betrays you, all value you hold for them disappears. They just become a name on a list to be eliminated.
That's a bit bleak, ain't it, mate?
Nonsense! Killing someone familiar is much easier. I know all of their weaknesses, and they always wrongly assume that our prior relationship will save them some semblance of suffering. They usually die begging. That's my favorite part.
Crew, you've been briefed on the plan, so all we gotta do now is make it happen.
Everyone, get into formation for the first offensive. Watch your flanks, don't let anybody get past you alive. And most of all, don't forget... Hey, aren't we missing somebody?
Yeah, where's Sova?
Hey guys! What's up? I heard somebody say my name. What do you want?
Oh no! She's completely pissed!
Sova, what were you thinking getting this wasted right before the mission?
But I thought that Eric thing was tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. You've been drunk for 2 days straight.
Okay. That's my bad. I'm sorry, Fortune. But can you guys please just bring it down a notch? 'Cause I'm not feeling so...
Alright, fuck this. Someone pick up that hammer so we can crack the safe room.
We bloody can't! That hammer is a weapon from the Teely Royal Vault. It's got a safety system coded to her DNA. That fucking thing won't budge unless she's holding it.
Guys, this is bad. There's no way we can bypass that adamanticum door without Sova.
Then we improvise. Use the environment to create a solution. There's always a way to the target.
I'm talking now. Sorry.
You're good, Sova, but I've got something I want to say. Just because you've realized the errors of your government now does not mean you can undo the destruction they have caused in the past. Just so you're aware, I hate you for what you did to my planet.
Would it make you feel better if I said that I also hate what was done to Venera?
Be my fucking guest, but I sincerely doubt it.
I also hate what was done to Venera.
I was wrong. I do feel much better. Wait, how the fuck did you do that?
Got any fun or sexy stories about your Dreadfleet days?
Too many to even count, Captain. The amount of debauchery we got up to back then makes the Mary Celeste look like a blimmin' church. No offense.
What about this then? How'd you become queen?
Ah, now there's a story of which I'm particularly proud of. Gornagoth came up with a plan to raid a luxury cruise ship, and it was my first mission as the captain of my own squad. I was hoping it would be the moment I could prove myself. But that's a hell of a time to end up right in the middle of an Imperium trap, let me tell you. They had an entire battleship ready and waiting for us. We didn't stand a chance. So I had to do something about that. There's a funny thing about those Imperium ships, though. They've got all the firepower in the world on the outside, but almost no security to speak of once you've boarded them. I mean, sure, they all have defense systems that can detect someone in battle gear or a spacesuit coming at them, but we Venerans can live unprotected in the black for hours at a time. I stripped down, grabbed a sword and a grappler, had my squad open the airlock, pull a hard turn and toss me toward the bridge. You should have seen the look on the Admiral's face when my fine naked ass landed on his window. Or the one he made when I started cutting through it. Or the one he made when I started cutting through him and his entire crew. I took down an Imperium battleship all by myself. No pirate had ever done anything like that before. I became a bit of a legend, and Gornagoth became convinced that I was the one to take command of the Dread Fleet. He retired and left me in charge.
If everyone knew what a fucking terror you were, how'd the mutiny ever get started?
That's down to that pathetic little shit, Tybalt.
I have no idea how that Tealy bastard managed to become a pirate in the first place, let alone take control of the Dread Fleet.
Being able to cut a man 5 times your size in half with a single strike is a hell of a trick. One that allowed him to carry quite the reverence with the rest of the fleet's lads. He was popular enough to keep around, but I should never have trusted him. That wanker was truly unstable. But he was just smart enough to play by the rules, at least when he knew someone was looking. A word of warning, Captain. The most dangerous villain you will ever face is one that is aware enough to hide the worst parts of themselves until they don't have to anymore.
I know this might be a bit of a sore subject, but I'm wondering if we could talk a bit more about your past?
Why is that nonsense so important to you?
I'm trying to figure out how such a well-spoken Sheila can also be a psychotic and sexy killer machine. I mean, it just don't add up.
I've never given that a good think, I suppose. My past... Might as well start with parents that I never knew.
Your parents never made it off Venera?
Mum did. Me old man, well, there wasn't enough space on the few transports we had. Women and children first and all that. Mum was with child at the time, so she got a seat. Pops didn't. It was a miracle we even made it past the blockade. Cassadora's forces were relentless. She gave birth soon after. It was the last thing she'd ever do. That's me, an off-world runt. I don't even remember who took me in after they were gone. Bloody hell, I don't really even remember other Venerans much. We all scattered in different directions. Less chance of them finding us that way, you know? I spent most of my childhood being smuggled from station to station, running from everyone, everything.
They hunted you?
They bloody well tried. I was old enough to remember when the Senate finally passed a resolution that guaranteed us the right to live. Rather kind of them, wasn't that?
Didn't Erarch have a hand in that?
Ironically, at that point, I was being sheltered by an elderly Lancunian couple. They were getting ill and couldn't keep up with me anymore, so they sent me away to my final destination before my life of crime began, the Sacrarium Abbey.
Did you just... Wait, you grew up in the Sacrarium Abbey?
Indeed. I was training to become a Lady of the Veil.
You? A Lady of the fucking Veil?
Those nutty Lancunians were hardcore believers, and the whole reason they were protecting me was so that I could serve as some kind of conversion miracle, to prove the power of the Veil could protect us all, even a Veneran. But that's a story for another day. I've got to clean up here before we turn in. Come see me later, eh?
Can you tell me about your days at the Sacrarium Abbey?
Well, it was hilarious how on board the Imperium was with the whole thing. One minute they were trying to erase my species, and the next it was all about sympathy and concern and how it wasn't my fault, and they could change us.
Based on the state of the killie before me, I take it they failed so fucking hard.
Too right they fucking did. I played that little charade for a while, and things were actually okay. I excelled in my studies, especially fencing. I said all the right things, sang all the right verses. Nobody batted a bloody eyelid. But then I hit maturity, and once a Veneran's clock starts ticking, well, let me tell you, things got proper messy at the fucking Abbey. I began to execute my delicious revenge. Oh, Captain, let me tell you, it was a nightmare for them. I went on a cherry-popping rampage of massive proportions and fucked pretty much everyone there, the headmistress included.
Wow. Wow.
You have no idea how gratifying it was to see this stoic monument to purity suddenly corrupted from its very core by just one woman. Of course, some refused to give up until I was converted, but the High Priest got together and found a more efficient solution for everyone involved. They planned to make an example of me.
They were gonna off you?
There is no place in the Vale for harlots. Luckily, just before it happened, the Abbey was raided by corsairs from the Dreadfleet. They cut through the token garrison of Imperium Lancers without any difficulty. I had something rather valuable with me when the pirates and looters burst through the inner cloister. A simple box holding the only piece of Venera I had left. The leader of the raid tried to relieve me of it, and I said no. He laughed at me, so I relieved him of his arm with his own sword. Long story short, I fought off the rest of the pirates until Gornagoth himself arrived. He made everyone stand down so that he could fight me one-on-one.
You scrapped with Gornagoth?
Oh, Captain, it wasn't much of a fight. I was no match. I thought he was going to kill me. But instead, he just extended his hand. He later remarked that the sight of a Lady of the Vale holding a saber aloft while covered head to toe in blood made him realize that I didn't belong there. That's when my life really began. After all those years of repression, I just fucking exploded. The clan gave me everything I was missing. The Dreadfleet became my life, and eventually my religion.
What was in the box?
I'm sorry?
What was in the box you had with you?
If you don't mind, Captain, that's something quite personal. I'd rather not talk about it now.
Gilly! How you doing, mate? Hey, you know what's funny? When you called me, I was just thinking I could use a good cold or two.
Captain, are you ever not bloody thinking that?
Sure. When I'm already drinking, when I'm so high I don't even remember what alcohol is. When you start giving me that shut the fuck up, you daft cunt look you're giving me right now.
How observant. Also, here's a little something I think you'll enjoy. Cheers, love.
Gilly! Oh, usually you give me something harder than I'm used to. This is stiff shit.
I've got another on deck already, so if you could do me a favor and down that one right quick, I'd appreciate it.
You wouldn't happen to be about to ask me to do something crazy for you, as in crazier than usual?
You are just on a roll today, aren't you, darling? I got word from one of my lads about some supremely important unfinished business from my Dreadfleet days. You remember those 4 gents that stood by me till the very end, right? They were there when you so diplomatically introduced yourself.
Come to think of it, I never got to actually meet any of the blokes face to face because the studio didn't want to put the budget into making the character models. But yeah, I vaguely remember them.
Well, this one was my most trusted advisor. Not because I actually trusted him, of course, but because he was an insidious scoundrel with a knack for getting any kind of information I needed from inside the pirate clans. He managed to find something for me. Something I had hoped was still out there, waiting for me to take it back. I want you to help me get it.
Standard smash and grab setup, I take it.
Not quite. What I'm after is sitting in the belly of an ancient cavern known as the Vault of Splendors.
One filled with nearly endless riches deposited by pirate royalty for millennia.
You're telling me that you know the location of a vault of a pirate treasure that makes Gornagot the Snufflefucker's trove look like a 50-credit gift card to Starcuts?
That's exactly what I'm bloody saying.
Then what the fuck are you trying to convince me for? Why the fuck aren't we robbing that place right fucking now?
In aeons past, the legendary pirate captains made a pact. The Vault of Splendors would house their most precious valuables, and it would be built upon neutral territory. It was a place they all used for harbour and leisure. Venera.
Sorry to bring this up, but didn't the entire surface of your planet get scorched into nothing?
The Vault of Splendors was so robust that even the Cataclysm couldn't destroy it. It remains on Venera, as bountiful and secure as ever.
Another question. Sorry. What's there to stop any one of those pirate clans from going in and cleaning the entire place out?
It doesn't quite work like that, Captain. You see, legend states that you can only take from the vault what you have right to claim. I have the right to only one box inside that place.
Which just so happens to contain the lingerie Tybalt stole from me.
So, all you need me to do is help you get your poo pajamas back?
Oh, for fuck's sake, I knew you wouldn't understand. Let me explain something to you, Captain. For a woman, lingerie is not just a means of covering her delightful arse. It's a means of sexual empowerment, with each piece representing a different feeling and objective. When a scoundrel like Tybalt steals such an important keepsake and claims it for his own nefarious purposes, you cannot let such indignity against your womanhood stand.
I mean, think about how would you feel if someone stole that pair of Lizzie Chans right off your foolish face?
I didn't even want to fathom the sheer terror of it. So, what you're saying is that Tybalt's got a whole stash of your gash garments in this place?
No, of course not. Most of my snatch suspenders were in Tybalt's possession when you destroyed his battleship. Even if they weren't, I wouldn't dare to touch them again after what that cretinous wanker probably did to them.
Sorry, I'm lost. If he ruined all your cunt cloaks, then why are we going to the vault?
There is one piece in particular that even Tybalt dared not sully. It is most likely the last unworn set in existence.
I know Tybalt. Even though he loved to see me suffer, he loved money and the power it brought above all. Rather than use them, he would have opted to keep it spotless to fetch the highest possible price at auction.
Very well. I shall assist you in retrieving your...
Did we run out of clever ways to say panties?
You know, I got one right on the tip of me tongue, but I just... frustrating as hell.
It's all right, mate. I think the gag has kind of run its course anyways.
There it is. Venera. My homeworld. Or what's left of it.
So you meant actually torn to pieces. Heck of a sight.
I've only been back here once, to return something to Pops. That turned out to be one time too many. It's just too painful, Captain. There's so many things I never got to experience.
Does this have anything to do with what's in the box?
Now's not the time. Keep focused, Captain. We've got a job to do.
Not to conveniently segue to the combat part of this mission or anything, but if this place is deserted, who are those guys?
Bloody scavengers.
What the fuck sucking hell were you boys thinking grabbing loot from that place? You know it's off limits. We stick to the relics we find on the surface, and that's it.
It wasn't my idea, and I wasn't the one that woke the Guardian either. That's on dumbass dismember Donnie and his pals back there.
Whatever. Let's just get out of here before...
Stop right there, you grave-robbing bastards!
Oi! Piss off, wankers! This is our hole!
And guess what? This is my planet. My family is buried here, you pricks. You either release that crate or I'll release your thick fucking skulls from your necks.
Listen here, you Veneran psycho. Ain't no way you're gonna scare us after what we've just been through.
That's right. I just watched a goddamn demon eviscerate my entire squad while doing improv at the speed of light. Oh, it was terrifying. He went through at least 6 characters as he gutted each one.
Blimey. What kind of monster spouts pop culture references whilst pulling a bloke's entrails out?
I know, right? I can still hear its cock jokes on the wind, howling from the mouth of that forsaken cave.
You absolute plonkers. Did you actually think you could rob the Vault of Splendors?
It was foolish to enter such a place of horrors, to be sure. Good thing we got plenty of loot from your crispy ancestors' corpses.
That's right. Precious statues, strap-ons made of gold, diamond-encrusted cock rings. It's amazing what you can dig up around here, isn't it?
Now, get out our way so we can leg it off this shithole planet and make us some credits.
Oh no, mates, you have no idea who you're fucking with.
Captain, let's rain unholy fucking ruin upon these despicable sons of cunts!
Flippin' hell, is it just me, or did those blokes drop some pretty heavy foreshadowing about the boss fight at our destination? Are you sure you still want to go through with this?
Whatever's down there, it will not keep me from getting what I want. Now grow a pair and get us to the vault.
Welcome to the Vault of Splendors, a place which totally has nothing to do with another ominous cavern with the face of an animal that was featured in a classic animated feature film. Hey, quit it with the ethnic music, all right? Let's get some ambiance going instead. Try the track from scene 24.
All right. Now I'm in the zone.
A warning to all. Those that seek entry to the Vault of Splendors must answer these questions 3 if they wish to enter me.
At this point, I think we're getting our parodies crossed here.
What is your name?
Varaz Killision.
What is your quest?
To restore my honor by obtaining my sacred panties.
And do you eat ass?
Who the fuck doesn't?
You're a lucky man.
Ah, I know.
Couple of charmers over here.
All right, you guys are cool. But remember the rules. Only take what you've come to claim. Touch anything else, and bad shit will most definitely go down.
Look! There it is, Captain.
You're thinking about it, aren't you? Maybe we shouldn't. Oi! Did you not hear what he said? Don't fucking take anything! Oh, you You're thinking about it. You just had to touch it. Had to touch it! That is not the dress, you plonker!
Oh no. What have I unleashed?
Who dares take our treasure? The Dread will curse you!
Alright, have it your way!
Finally! This sacred relic of my people is back exactly where it belongs. Draped across my fine arse. Oh, Captain, you have no idea how much this means to me.
What is that thing?
This is a Veneran mating ritual raiment. We were meant to wear it on the eve of our first shag. I never got to do things properly, but now that we're here together, you're going to help me make it right.
Phew. On the intense scale, that was a solid goddamn. I think I'll pull out a protein for the next week. And you were so wet. Like, wow.
That was amazing! I've always wanted to take part in a true Veneran mating ritual. I suppose this is the closest I'll ever get. Plus, getting humped in the middle of mountains of treasure is basically every pirate's dream.
This really meant something to you, didn't it?
You, of all people, should know the feeling of wanting so desperately to go home and it being impossible because it simply does not exist for you anymore. But just now, just for a moment there, you brought me home, Captain. This made me feel something I never have before and never will again.
Well, good thing I elected to help you get those panties back.
It wasn't just about the panties or the ritual, Captain. It was about doing all this with you. It's absolutely mad. I remember wanting to actually cut you in half the first time we met.
That's right. Let me tell you, you really had me going for a second there.
No, I don't think you're getting it. I was actually planning to murder you on your own ship. I had it all planned out and everything.
Huh. I guess it is slightly less charming now.
I've come so far since then. We've come so far. Destroyed entire pirate fleets, fought the Imperium itself, turned all of Prodigium upside down, and even assassinated one of the Coven of Nine. I've never feared for my life for a second of this whole bonkers adventure, but somehow you still made me feel safe. Almost like a kindred spirit. That's of course rather impressive when you realize what a couple of bloody maniacs we both are.
What can I say? After despising pirates for so long, I never thought I'd end up with a true blue pirate queen.